folks call the original Death Valley. Stop and take in this scene. One of the great environments in the sport, and this place is charged up today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Yellow Jackets will kick it away to get this game going. Turner trying to create good field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So Clemson's offense comes on the field first today. Well, Kirk, you can just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
Handoff to the single back. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down. And the Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball to the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
The game moves the ball to the 34. No huddle now for the offense. Here's the handoff. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and some are two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
The Tigers are going to keep this drive rolling. They're going to run it. And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
There's the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
This one falls incomplete on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs. So the Yellow Jackets offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And how about the game within a game today? The running back coming downhill, the linebacker coming up to meet him. We expect some collisions on this field today.
Yeah, this linebacker's going to have his hands full because this running back is a difficult guy to contain. Both guys know where each other's going to be lined up at all times. It's just going to come down to which guy can come up and make a play against the other.
First down, looking to throw the football. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And their first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And there's the handoff. No shot to bring him down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to throw it on first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got... Defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He bought some time, now lets it go. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Getting set. Here's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Brought down, but broke the tackle. Produced a solid gain there. And the Yellow Jackets will crank up the tempo. Play action fake, looking to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
4th down, looking to throw for it. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Made the defense look slow that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays. You can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Lets it go. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. It's a draw play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. And he finds his target. He has the first. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's first and goal right there. This defense is reeling now. First down and goal. And he finds his tight end for the catch. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards. It brings up a second down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. Sacked on heavy pressure there.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Under pressure, hit as he throws. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
Lining up to try the extra point. Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. The Yellow Jackets come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They look to throw it here on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense will make this stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. We've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Quarterback drops back. Caught quickly. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up it.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Gets out of bounds as a short gain on play. Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Down he goes, a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very...
And he throws his third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. And the sophomore making an impact play.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he'll be brought down. The Yellow Jackets will come to the line to run the hurry-up. They'll try to run for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And he's going to launch it deep again. And the pass caught inside the 15. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run.
Oh, how about that, Chris? This defense has been taken for a ride. I'm not sure if they're overconfident or they just fell asleep a little bit, but whatever the case, they better wake up because now they're facing a goal to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a play into the end zone right here.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
It's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team, let's just keep chipping away.
Set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Set to kick this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Handoff here from the shotgun. Change of direction.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops to throw, bringing pressure. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. The Yellow Jackets will line up to boot it away. It's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. They'll run it from the gun. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
He's moving out of the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Clemson. This quarterback on fire today.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Extra point splits the uprights. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Defense is coming after him. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. There's the snap. The quarterback setting up the throw. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll run it here. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. And the Yellow Jackets will have to kick this away. That's his 4th punt already today. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. And the Tigers will kick it deep to begin the second half. Returner looking to create better field position. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Takes the ball, tries the right side here. In the clear at the 25. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Off the play fake on first down. Tries the right with a quick throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And the Yellow Jackets line up on 1st and 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
He hands it off from the gun. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Quarterback's got it on the option. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will bring their punt team on the field now. On the kick now for the 5th time today. And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Short pass, finds the tight end. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking right, this one caught. And they stop him, but not before. An explosive play. Moves the ball all the way to the 32. This comes an offense moving quickly down the field.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And the coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be a 50-yard attempt. Let's see if he's got the leg. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
They'll tackle him out across the 20. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, it's a handoff. That's good for a first down near the 40. The Yellow Jackets come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He finds the running back in the flat. Tackle made after the completion.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Here's the second down play. They'll try the right here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Georgia Tech, number 83.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's hit as he throws it. He launches too high, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you've got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Looking for the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a penalty marker on the play that should result in a first down.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Single back, takes the handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to float this one to the right side. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Man, this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball and man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Receiver makes the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Can he get there on the ground? He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Short connection to a tight end here. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes the handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. And the tailback's got it again. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. Time running down. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Get set.
It's QB sneak. And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Ball handed off. And they've got him. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. 2nd down and goal upcoming.
Reload. Cricket.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. Touchdown Tigers to take the lead in the final minute.
Chris, what a drive by this offense to put the go-ahead score up with under 10 seconds to go. You know, as a quarterback, you hope for opportunities like this, and this offense and the quarterback delivers in a big way.
PAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll take a knee here, not wanting to spend time on a return. They'll start at the 25. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And this one is dropped and incomplete as time runs out to end the ball game. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.